This is our next walk and talk with NASCAR driver Justin Allgaier. Let's start walking here in the NASCAR garage, but hey, thanks for doing this.
Absolutely, it's always fun to do something a little bit different.
I know.
And we found a quiet spot to do this, so that's a plus. When you're at the racetrack, it's always hard to find a quiet spot.
We're gonna try and go around the other side of the garage, which hopefully will make it a little bit quieter. But you have been racing in NASCAR since 2005. I've got the date of your first race, April 9th, 2005. Do you remember that start?
I do. It was the scariest start of my life. I was 19. I was driving the Mittler Brothers truck, the famous 63 Mike Mittler owned truck. And you know, I'm sad that Mike's no longer with us, because what he did for a lot of young drivers' careers, and not even necessarily young drivers, he jump-started so many guys' careers. And just to drive that truck, like, we knew we weren't going to go win the race. We knew we weren't going to be competitive, but it was just the whole atmosphere that really made it cool.
Did you ever think that you'd get to this point in NASCAR and be racing for this long?
No. You know, when I first started in NASCAR, I was extremely blessed to even get an opportunity. And really, I thought that was going to be the extent of it. You know, there was a lot of things that were really neat that happened, but truthfully, like, it looked as though things were going to be cut really short. And, you know, I always tell people, you know, the definition of luck, which I don't believe in luck, but the definition of luck is when preparation meets opportunity, right? And I do believe in that, because for me, I was prepared, the opportunities just weren't there. And when the opportunity came along, if I hadn't been prepared, none of this would have ever been possible. So that's kind of what it's been for me, is just trying to figure that part of it out. And I've been around a lot of great people that have helped me along the way. And you know, I figure if I'm ever lucky enough to win a NASCAR championship, there's no way that I can thank everybody, because there's that many people that have helped me along the way to get to where I'm at.
Man, I'm still waiting on that championship.
I'm waiting on it too.
I know. But you're a Cup guy who has found a great home in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. What about this series is a good fit for you?
Being competitive. You know, as much as I hate to say it, my short time in the Cup Series was with a team that unfortunately wasn't capable of competing for wins, and we just weren't in a great situation. And so, you know, I think that was hard for me. I didn't enjoy that part of it. I love being on the Cup side. I absolutely love the Cup Series. To this day, I would still love to go back and be a part of it. But I became a different person when I wasn't competing up front and I wasn't winning and trying to go for wins. And you know, this sport, my dad, when I first started racing, my dad always told me to make sure I have fun. The same as you have fun with doing this, right?
Yes.
Like your dad is here and he helps you, and like, it's fun, right? And I think that's the most important part with whatever you do in life. You give somebody, you put somebody in a position where they love what they do, they'll never work a day in their life. And that's really how I feel. And it became so miserable and so daunting, and I was just not a good person around home and with my daughter, and I became somebody I didn't want to be. Coming back to the Xfinity Series and being competitive again and running up front and going for championships and wins, that's meant everything in the world to me. And that JR Motorsports is just a great home for me, and I just really enjoy it.
One thing that's really cool is, while you didn't win the championship last year, the fans awarded you most popular driver in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. What's it like being the face of this series and representing so many fans?
Well, I'm just the old guy. That's what it is. No, honestly, this series means so much to me in Xfinity, and what they put into this sport. Not necessarily even now, just in the Xfinity Series, but even being a premier partner on the Cup side. It's just a fun series to be a part of, you know. And there's a huge mix of drivers, crew members, teams. There's so many things that are different on this garage than there are on the other side. And you know, I've been very lucky to be partnered with some young, talented race car drivers and some veteran, talented race car drivers, and be able to feed both ways. Be able to kind of impart some of the things that I've learned in my career and things that people have helped me with, but also to be able to learn from a lot of these young guys. And I know that sounds crazy. You know, a lot of people always go, well, what do you learn off of a rookie? And really, there's a lot of things, you know, if you're willing to take the time and listen and learn, there's a lot of things you can learn just from people in general. And so I've been very lucky in that regard. So that's another part of why I love being in this series.
You inspired me, like I said, to run my first half marathon coming up soon.
I'm proud of you, by the way.
You got the runner's bug. but now you're going to take it a step further with a half Ironman. Where did this fitness, because I didn't take you as a runner even a year ago, now you're stepping it up. Where did this come from?
So a year ago, I wasn't a runner at all. June 6th, on my birthday, I decided to do a 75 hard challenge. It's if you go on Instagram, you can look it up. It's 2 workouts a day, 45 minutes apiece. One has to be outside. You got to drink a gallon of water. Stick to a diet, no alcohol, and you got to read 10 pages of a self-help, moving yourself forward book. And so I did that. And part of my 1 workout a day was I was running every day, which is not recommended by any. You're only supposed to grow like 10% a week. And my first week I ran 40 miles.
Oh my
and
God.
so like I was not in good shape. So I started running, and truth be told, Jimmy was a big proponent of that. Like Jimmy's fitness level and what he does and how he operates was a huge part of it. So anyways, I ran my first half marathon in January. I ran at Disney. I had the flu, which was even worse. I ran for an hour and 50 minutes. So I ran an hour 50 minute half marathon. And my heart rate was 193 average because of the flu. So not the ideal situation, but we managed. So then I told the guy that I train with to stay in shape to race. I said, I want to do, so by the end of 2021, my goal is to do a full marathon of a big marathon, right? So like New York, I don't think I'll ever qualify for Boston, but like Chicago Marathon, like there's a lot of really cool marathons that I'd like to do. And then I want to do a full Ironman. So by the end of 2021, that's my bucket list items, right? I don't know if I'll get there. I'm regretting this half Ironman thing right now, but it's gonna be fun. It'll be something different.
Hey, we're gonna be cheering you on. NASCAR Nation's gonna be cheering you on, and we finally found a quiet-ish place to talk in the garage. But Justin, man, that was fun walk and talk through the garage.
Absolutely. Here. Hey, and good luck on your half marathon. It's
I'm
gonna be
excited.
awesome. I'm proud of this guy right here.
We're gonna go over some tips after this and figure it out for the both of us.
I like it.
How about
I like
that? Remember, kids 12 and under are free to all NASCAR Xfinity Series and NASCAR Gander RV and Outdoors Truck Series races. For more information, visit nascar.com/kidstix.